All right, let's do it. Radley versus JoJo.
Let's go.
All right. Jumping into game number 1. Epic Show Match Series brought to you by Team Think Quick. In the top left, Blue Terran. Playing for Ash is Radley, aka the Ghost. In the bottom right, the red, also fighting for Ash, is I believe he is Swedish. It's JoJo.
Probably one of my favorite screen names too. The JoJo. Oh, he's also a map maker now.
JoJo is
coming back to mapping
community
after 10 years.
Yeah.
And really going at it hard too. Like, good for him. Working on 2 new maps. Scarabee. And what's the other one called? Badlands.
I think that was an older one. I think he's got a new one up on.
He's got a 3rd one?
I think that Badlands one was a better one. I think he's got another one up.
Come on, JoJo. Too ambitious. Just focus on one. I'm just kidding. No, it's great. And we're always inviting more people to join the map making community.
JoJo going down for a 9 pull. Nothing sneaky from Radley yet. Radley is a very sneaky player. He does enjoy playing with ghosts. I really enjoy watching his ghost play if you haven't seen it yourself. There's an epic match in STPL PvP on Desert Dwellers, and he was just lockdowning Dragoons and Arbiters left and right all over the map. I do think I don't remember if he ended up winning that game, but yeah, it was a really great series. Standard play coming from both players. Nobody's been scouted yet. Really with an awkward scouting position. We see he scouted for 9 o'clock briefly. He was probably looking for an overlord coming from that direction. Crews do pass each other, barely getting a glimpse of one another. Kind of an awkward scouting from Radley, but JoJo probably didn't notice it. Zergling's coming out on the field. Tree going down for red. And the drone will be entering Terran's main base.
Or not.
Or not. Skipping.
So how much did JoJo see there? Which is about nil, but it doesn't matter because I guess Zerglings are about to see everything and more.
JoJo about to be knocking on the front door of Radley, pushing on the ramp with 6 Zerglings and 1 drone. One is just for and giggles, you know. Maybe he's going to do a hatchery rush. SCV's being pulled. Not the greatest round yet from the Lings. Lings
didn't get a
not
single
even
one.
picking off one unit. Great control by Radley.
Yeah.
aka the Ghost.
Defense just fine.
Radley is also infamous for dropping nukes. Will we be surprised by any amazing plays? He hasn't been nuking an STPL because he is protesting free the Dodal. I'd love to see some nukes. Since we are not protesting the Dodal in the Think Match series, Radley, give us some nukes.
I think Izz's Discord would really like Radley's play because he's a big fan of spells and units that aren't used much.
Colony going down for Zerg. Zerg also taking the 9 o'clock position, probably to get, I guess depending on what his tech is, if he's going mutas or lurkers. But maybe he's going to get a couple quick lurkers off that position. Means a push forward a little bit, pushed back. In the sunken. Nothing crazy going up. Radley's scouting SCV is still alive. 11 drones from 18 SCVs from Terran. Terran's command center just about to finish throwing down a supply depot 2 in his SimCity is nice. This Discord, welcome to the channel. Will we see some nukes? What are your predictions?
I don't know. I want to see some nukes as always when I see a Terran player.
So this player is actually famous for using nukes and ghosts, so I hope you do get to see it in a melee game.
They call him the Ghost King in STPL. He hasn't been nuking.
Welcome, Quark and Skies. We got an open cast invite, people, so get your ass in here and shoot the shit with us.
Ox, did you see I contributed more towards the infested Zerg prize
Oh my
pool?
god, did you make another donation?
Of course.
There was no reason to do that. That's very kind of you, this Discord. You brought a lot of fun to our community by innovating new types of show matches, which we call Infested Terran show matches, and one in the works called Free Nuclear Zone.
Infested show match. Because anything can. Out.
What's going on? Is JoJo in a precarious situation? The drone count is nice.
I think he's going for 3 hatch muta. Obviously, the 3rd hatchery is going to allow him to get a couple, maybe a muta so quicker. It's a really nice hidden hatchery actually, because it's not where Terran's going to take his 3rd base, and why would he scout there?
It strikes me as a bit risky. I don't know what Quark would say about it.
Should it be?
If you were in Terran's position, where would you scout for a hidden base? At the mains?
I mean, I wouldn't look for it, but like if he finds it, it's definitely dead.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm thinking, right? It's risky. The payoff is great, but the risk seems too high. So we're gonna have muta play here. Can 3 Sunkens hold against this?
With the Mutalisk, probably, I think.
The Mutalisk pop, so there's a real timing there that Terran should have been pressing. Definitely not going to be breaking this anytime soon. Reinforcements arrive. Right, muta play coming from JoJo, taking down 2 Marines. CV scouting on the map in every which direction, looking for that 3rd base, but will he find it? It's attack here from Terran. We got factory just beginning. +1 is finishing for Terran. +1 attack is starting for the Mutalisks. Mutalisk being pumped out. Ooh, misfire there from JoJo. Pull him back. Grabbing an SCV, grabbing 2 SCVs.
Not doing too much damage, but
So got some good scouting information off.
who do you guys feel is in a superior position? 35 SCVs to 27 drones. He just picked off an Overlord.
I think Zerg's sitting nice, being the 3rd base. It's successfully hidden right now. Hasn't been scouted.
Yeah, JoJo's doing.
Has scouted. Oh, and if Terran scans Zerg's main, he's not really gonna think twice of him playing on 2 hatch muta right now, or because his economy in his natural and his main base looks like he'd be playing off of 2 hatcheries. His unit composition.
Ratley has scouted all the
I
expansions
think-
except 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's a great place to hide its base.
Yeah, but
Misfire there
JoJo's
from
plan to
JoJo.
just go mutas here is, I wonder if JoJo should have teched higher by now, or this is about. Terralock, what do you think? Is this normal?
I don't know. I don't know too much about CVT.
You know
Oh.
everything. We trust your analysis here. He is trying to get some lurkers.
I like Lurkers. Lurkers are always great.
If you get, oh, the 9 o'clock has been scouted.
Yeah, it's gonna be dead, probably. If the Mutas can stop it. Yeah. Should have probably saved the money for the Sunks here. They're not gonna have.
These mutas are doing good, holding the Marines
Yeah.
back from hitting.
Yeah, I feel like he should
Marines
save the mutas with the Sunkens
Yeah.
and hold. And this Sunken placement is not very good because there's one in the back here that does nothing.
I mean, kill it. I mean, now Zerg's behind definitely. I think. At least, I mean, it's gonna be hard to hold the space, like in the long run. Yeah, well, it's just gonna lose it now.
I would have liked to see the drones be saved.
Yeah. I also dislike the Sunken. It's like not gonna finish or not do enough. Ah, yeah.
Yeah, so too risky to expand there. Now Jojo's down a hatchery, 18 drones to 40 SCVs. Forced to make lurkers right now, but really doesn't have a strong economy.
I mean, to be honest, like, what did the expansion they accomplish? I mean, he could have just taken this normal third off, right? I think.
Yeah. I mean, one of the nice things about expanding 6 o'clock at Zerg is if Terran attacks it, then its army is sort of forced in a different direction, and you could counter Terran's natural. Or you could easily help your expansion because you're close by. But at 9 o'clock, Terran can send reinforcements so fast that it doesn't strike me as a good place to expand, but I might be wrong. So one lurker has been lost. I don't like this attack.
No, but I mean, what? He can't replenish the drones if he lost so many. So, I mean, it's the best he can try, I think.
It didn't work out too bad, so
Yeah, so far I don't know. It's looking fine, I guess. Not good, but
I hope he can pick off that command center, which probably isn't possible with this many mutas.
units are moving already, so.
You can infest it.
That's true.
That would be great.
What's our tech here from Radley? Do we see any science vessels coming up yet? The nukes. Oh, and we see the covered ops coming up. Covered ops. Can we get a fat zoom in of that? Wah 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 wah. We see the nukes tonight. Wah 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 wah. And the nukes are beginning. How did we miss it? Go.
What he really needs is the free nuclear zone.
Oh, is this Discord? Count your blessings, man, because you're never gonna see. I think this is the first time we might see it in a 1v1 melee. We've seen it in free for all.
More Radley show matches. Ghosts on the battlefield. Duke's on the way, halfway done. Mutalisk gonna be, I don't know, just kind of around the map. Zerg is still on 2 bases. Terran's definitely ahead right now. Economically doubling. And I wonder if he's just gonna nuke the front and run in.
These are a lot of mutas. I'll give it to him.
I wonder if he's got cloak yet. Otherwise, the mutas can just snipe and looks like Mutalists do see the ghosts.
How much damage do they do?
And
They do more than the average
nice,
Marine,
nice,
I know that.
nice already. Nice already.
oh, the radius still doing damage.
Yeah, full duration. That was great.
See Radley gonna be running towards the Zerg.
Yeah, Zerg is
It's
not
very
trying
natural.
to take the. Yeah, Zerg is not trying to expand it, but. I mean, it's 17 drones.
So look at that.
Okay.
The ghosts have more range than a lurker.
It's awesome.
With, I don't know, maybe with the site upgrade or. I don't know. That's surprising.
Ouch.
The workers moving out for Zerg. They're looking like he's wanting to push in Zerg here soon. Is the nuke finished? I think it is done. We have a nuke on the field. Will it be dropped? Where will it be dropped? Zerg is moving to the top right. He's trying
Probably
to secure that position up there.
I think he was maybe expecting another base to be taken.
See another nuclear silo coming in at 12 o'clock. Dun dun dun. There's a ComSat station.
Yeah, man, don't hype it up. I got excited.
Hey, you never know. All right, and we see a nuke being dropped at Zerg's natural. Pulling the Nada play. Jojo freaking out.
This is dedicated to Is This Discord.
Better screen. Go down a little bit.
No, don't leave JoJo.
I don't know.
He didn't even know where the nuke was being dropped, and he just backs out.
I mean, I think it's out at dot, right?
Or-
That was awesome.
Oh man.
Big shout out
Wait,
to Radley.
Good job,
Would you
tapping
jump
it.
to his vision really quick? I want to see if he was able to see where the nuke was.
He saw it.
It was
Ah.
right between the sunks, so I think it should have
He
been. area.
definitely saw where the nuke was.
I have to go back. Let's go back a little bit. Come on, Blizzard. Give us
Yeah.
a rewind button.
100% saw where the nuke. It was like right in front of his.
Yeah,
guns.
sunks.
Jojo
Yeah,
taps
but
out.
if you see him-
Number one.
I think it tapped out because he saw the nuke, so.
Probably left the game because he has 40 supply.
Yeah.
All right.
He saw that he couldn't do anything against even just a small handful of Marines
Yeah.
there.
There you go. Is This Discord?
Got the big nuke. We see another one in the next game? Doubt.
That was cool. Too bad JoJo left and it wasn't utilized earlier, but we'll take what we can.
Yo, I think the red dot ended the game.
I see it more as gravy and extra on top.
Hmm.
JoJo looked kind of dead, but it did seem to immediately get him out of the game.
There was
Game
an
2 on
ASL
Eclipse.
game where not a nuked. Was it Larva? And in the top left, right, the red Protoss have JoJo.
Now, did JoJo go random?
Might have, right?
Yes.
I don't know. I think it was.
Zerg last game, Protoss this game.
And we see a quick probe shenanigans coming out on the map, but in the bottom left we see Radley about to get shenanigan. Will he be able to hold it off? I think JoJo is gonna go for a gas steal. Oh no, it's a pretty early probe out. He can't be expecting to build a pylon in his base. This map is just too far away. Will he build it in the natural? Going for the gas steal, huh? That's super annoying.
Yeah, just going to annoy him early on. I think that's the strategy.
Because he got nuked. Is he gonna take the gas though?
I mean, it came so far. Kind of feels like it should.
I feel like that always backfires though. Terran just expands and runs over Protoss.
They've kind of figured out how to deal with it. Oh, pro shenanigans going on. Mild mining damage being done. Oh, we see a scouting SCV going out on the map for blue. So since JoJo is Protoss this game, if the game goes late enough, We might see some nice lockdowns.
Oh, Jojo, you lost your probe.
And he sends out another one as reinforcements.
It looked like it. Radley's not gonna let him expand. He's like, oh, you want to come here? I don't think so. Me Protoss. Me help with Expo.
Yeah, Redley just didn't mind here.
I was hoping he would do a
Yeah.
gas steal, just do some harassment.
Sometimes you can make an engineering bay there to delay the expansion further, but I don't know if it's worth the minerals. I don't like this Zealot. I mean, Jojo knows that Radley has blocked up. What does this Zealot
He also
really
knows
achieve?
that Bradley's making Marines again. He saw the
Right.
barracks, so I don't understand the strat here.
The 100 minerals could have went towards something else. Towards a strategy. I'm just kidding. Jojo, over 300 APM. Kicking some ass here. Bradley feeling pretty good after his first game win.
Popping the first nuke in the Think Quick Series show match.
Well, we had Liquid Drone use one in a free-for-all on 6 cents by Crystal Drag.
Did he? Nice.
Bonneth made his debut free-for-all. That one.
Bonnet get nuked.
You should watch it. It's a great one. And big shout out to Bonneth for joining that. Okay, so does Jojo know Terran's, fast expansion plan here? And how is Jojo going to deal with it?
Fourth gate coming up. Joe's gonna be able to start cracking some goons out soon.
I would have expanded again. Would that be too risky as Protoss?
You can expand again when you verify the fast expand by Terran.
Well, he didn't get a robo. I think that's what... Well, I guess earlier is what I mean. That's what Quark would have probably recommended. This is kind of a late expansion by Radley, isn't it?
Yeah, seems like it. I mean, he's still up in workers, so. Protoss didn't really utilize his expansion until like a couple seconds ago. He cut probes for goons.
That's a good point, and if you're not gonna use them, what's the point? So I think, yeah, Protoss would have been ahead had probes been
definitely.
continually used, and maybe another expansion put down.
Maybe he was afraid because of late expansion. I mean, he wasn't in the main for a while.
That seems like the case. Misreading what's going on. We got an academy and armory being made. Okay. As long as he didn't lose a Dragoon. So that's the most interesting thing that Jojo is going to have to deal with and might not be expecting. First observer on the map at 7 minutes and 30 seconds.
not afraid of the Terran DTs yet. Okay, Protoss taking this third base behind us, so I think nothing's happened so far, I guess.
4 gateways coming down, 4 Protoss. 2 forges as well. Gonna be bringing in some upgrades. Server entering the Terran's base. Finds a nice safe little spot to...
Yeah, but I don't
Enjoy
think
the-
he's even seen
nukes.
the starport. This observer just kind of stopped there.
Yeah, I don't think it can make it through those turrets. It can very, very barely.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I
I would try to
Would
sneak
probably
one down
try.
here. Because it's like, what are you hiding down here that you don't want me to see? So the observer has been taken out, and that should cause some alarm.
I think playing against Radley would just be alarming in general.
I don't like the cannons in front of the ramp. I'd rather just make dragoons and station there, or make a cannon that's inside my middle line, protect against drops. But I'm not as good as JoJo, so... Alright, we don't have a dropship making, we have a rate. Which is going to be useful against... a shuttleless Reaver? I guess?
The
This-
third command center also coming up for Terran. Ultra speed is about to finish, as well as +1. We got +1 attack and armor coming in for Protoss.
Okay, this is the funniest thing I've ever
just
seen.
finished for legs just finished for Protoss.
He
And you
has
see a
no
raid
shuttle
coming around the
going on.
field
I mean,
with the second armory.
the Reaver's just
Well-
crawling,
I've never
Go on.
seen this before.
menacingly towards the Terran base, holding up the whole push into progress.
It'd be
Judgment's
unfortunate
looking
if he
like-
found a mine
Yeah.
all this
I mean-
way.
I mean,
Still-
the Reaver's more. I mean, the Reaver's doing more to delay the to delay the pressure from the Protoss than the Terran is. So
I'm
Right.
really curious what JoJo's gonna do with this Reaver. Is it like, okay, it's just gonna chill there?
yeah, I mean, it's still a decent defensive tool.
It's a part of a hotkey that finally made it. And Radley finds the Vulture look or the probe looking to make the 4th Nexus.
Yeah, Exo Cannon's putting at a natural so I think it's
What's our total factory and gateway count right now?
Alright, let's look at gateways. We got 4 up
Okay.
there,
5, 6, 7,
3 down here.
7.
We got eight gateways versus 3 factories.
I
Only
believe.
3 factories.
I think he might
He's
have
making it-
7 gateways.
Yes, he's got one in his natural as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh, very good.
He's making a couple rates right now. Curious if those maybe to kill observers.
Probably. I think.
Anti-shuttle and observer play. I like it. Mobile turret.
In comparison to last game, both are floating some money.
So he's trying to secure his 3rd right now. And JoJo, this would be a good opportunity to expand again.
Let's see, what's our total tank count? We got about 10 tanks on the field. Got about 3 control groups roughly for JoJo. Not full, but Bradley throwing down some turrets.
Oh, this is
Some
really
mines down.
unfortunate.
Picking off the observer there. Yeah, great shot there.
What
Mm.
upgrade is Radley getting at
Or
one of his
Reaver.
armies? Yeah, it looks like he's
Uh,
getting flying weapons.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But I mean, why would
That's
it get
armor, and the second armory, the one behind the mineral line. Yeah, he's going vapes.
Yeah,
That's flyer weapons.
I don't think I like that.
I don't like how JoJo sacrificed the position he had to defend against this, but Radley still seems vulnerable. I mean, 2 shuttles here dropping Zealots would destroy this. Yeah, I think Jojo can break this.
I wouldn't want to use shuttles against a player massing waves.
Well, I forgot about those. Where are they? There they are. Well, they're not stationed there yet, so...
No, but this is actually a race build. This is not just a few races to do with shuttles. This is deliberate race.
Have you ever ran
But
into this core?
I have. Not like a late race switch. I've seen it done more quickly than this, but it's quite difficult to play against, actually. You'd be surprised. Especially on a smaller map, because they just take one base at a time, cover up the siege tanks, and then harass you with race.
Jesus. +1 upgrade gives 5 more damage to a tank.
Yep.
Rates through 22. And 9 on the ground.
We're going to need to see cannons and Psystorm to counter the race eventually. Plus a lot of observers with the double upgrades. Maybe a second robo. But for now, Jojo doesn't know what he's up against.
Jojo has 1,000 minerals. I would just put down 2 more Nexuses because Bradley just is taking forever. Oh, he just lost his Reaver, I think.
I mean,
And-
at least you know that's race, no? So,
If you didn't know about it before, yeah.
yeah.
He's got a good cannon count. That's going to help him.
So he's basically going to scan observers and wreak havoc with his rates?
He's going to cause chaos with them. He knows that he can't really be attacked, so he's just going to
Nice though.
harass with them.
Good.
Whatever.
Man, risky position with the paper airplanes taking a lot of damage. Does take it down the observers though.
So I do want to see upgrade on observer speed.
Yeah, and a second robo and high temp power and mass cannons. Also, if Jojo establishes the bottom right, he's going to be fine. The issue is that if Bradley takes another base, it's going to be very difficult to break him.
I don't think your co-caster agrees, but I do. That sounds right.
I want to see the covert ops.
3 starports up from Radley. No add-ons in
Yeah, double
the
upgrades.
science facility yet. Up to about 6 factories.
Well, you're getting rates this game, which you really don't see in TVP.
Yeah.
I like this about Radley.
We need Jojo to take both the bottom right expansions right now and cannon them. He doesn't need to actually mine from them. He just needs to deny them.
Yeah.
Because
think he
if
should-
Bradley takes one of those and puts tanks there, it's going to be very difficult to attack. You can't use carriers, you can't use arbiters, you can't use shuttles. So a high ground tanked mined expansion is
I think it
basically unattackable.
Yeah, I agree. I think he should just take the bases simply because, I mean, the Wraiths are not gonna kill him.
Yeah.
He has to bring the tanks over, so... And that's not gonna happen left and right.
If you don't take the bases, it's actually very easy to lose to them. Once the base has been taken and fortified, it's quite difficult to do stuff.
If Jojo keeps upgrading like this and Terran doesn't, at least not ground units, I think Jojo will have the advantage a little bit.
Well, Terran's getting ground attack, and ground attack's really the only one you need.
His Wraith's just sniping the observers. I'm curious if his plan is to just snipe observers and push. The cloaked Wraiths are
gonna
just
be-
like,
I don't think he's going to push. I think he's going to take one base at a time. The thing about the cloaked base is that they make it very difficult for Protoss to engage efficiently. So
Yeah, because
this really is just this is just a starvation tactic. You take a base, you eat it. You take the next base, you eat it, and the Protoss can never attack.
never seen Terran play this way before, but it kind of makes sense being the observers off so effectively fight all the marine or all the mines that are. You get 3 free mines with each vulture, very cheap,
Yeah, and
good counter.
against
Interesting.
upgraded mech, this ground army's not going to do anything. It's a very frustrating style to play against.
Jojo
Yeah.
moving in a probably not the best speed. Prod right now.
He can't really attack here, but you don't know what to do when you're playing against this because arbiters don't work, carriers don't work, and ground arm units don't work. So you end up in this weird situation where you just think, okay, I'll just try attacking and see what happens. But nothing good happens.
And we're seeing that right now.
Yeah, Jojo will easily be able to remax from this. Bradley's not going to attack. because if you attack as such a Terran here, you lose the game. But he's just never going to attack. He's going to.
You don't think you could recall expansions simultaneously?
The Wraiths are meant to be policing vehicles. Okay, we think some Dark Archons to do feedback. That's quite good.
And that takes away energy from the wraiths, and they can't cloak.
It does
Oh,
damage
damage.
equal to energy, and it's also an instant cast. So what he really needs though is just put a Psystorm on them.
I'm not
Farming
understanding this
is
attack.
nice.
Great storm right there. Great storm.
So he's picking up the high tempo with that.
Oh.
Was this worth it for Radley? It didn't. It doesn't make sense with the strategy.
Also, these Wraiths are acting like Mutalisk would in a ZVP. Picking off the High Templars. Close the Observers. It's interesting.
Radley has enough money to replace it, so it's not.
Somehow that was
Terrible,
much
but-
more effective than I thought. I apologize.
He's got the money to replace these, but I mean, I think taking fights isn't ideal for him just because.
He's at 40 supply. This does not look good at all. There was a feedback. This was much more effective than I thought it would be. I mean,
Those gateways
Well,
are kind
Jojo's
of
bleeding units. He's not massing up. Also, he could throw some DTs in there quite profitably, but he's not doing it.
well, Riley is maxed, and Jojo is not. And you're right, he's just kind of frustrated. He doesn't know what to do here.
Yeah, it's very frustrating both to play against. Especially on maps that you... on this map, there's lots of expansion, so you can just... like larger maps have lots of expansion, you can just expand away from the Terran. But on a smaller map, there's... the Terran only need to have his army in one place, is the thing.
Jojo is
What the-
gonna probably take this base out though.
Badly's got money. Badly doesn't care.
Yeah, and Jojo's gonna lose the upper left. Was
Hasn't
never
yet.
mining gas from it, which is unfortunate.
Losing those high tempo is really bad because those high tempo were what really could have punished the tanks here.
You're saying
He's never gonna
carriers
cast a
isn't
storm.
effective? I feel like that would have been a very good.
Carriers against upgraded race is not a.
It's
a,
horrible. What?
concept
How
either.
about with ARBs and status? Because how do you counter this? That's the issue.
So
Corsairs.
Corsairs are good, and you just take more bases because the Terran can only have his army in one place at a time. What the Terran does is they take a base, they hold it, they cover it with tanks, and then they secure it with Wraith to stop you going around them. Then they take another base after they've established that first base, and they just go one base at a time. Now, you counter that by saying, okay, well, this entire rest of the map I can just consume.
That game, I think game's over. Jojo's about mined out in his third, I think.
Yeah, he really does need to take the bottom right. He's just had a probe there now. You also need a second rover. It's
He didn't know what was going on. He never got to scout the starport.
no, but he's known for the last 5 minutes. It's just that however many observers you think is enough, you need like twice as many as that.
The thing is that the wraiths don't even seem to have caused that much damage. He just didn't have a strategy against whatever Radley's doing.
Yeah, I mean we've seen that he's reset to recall, but we haven't seen an arbiter yet. Kind of weird.
How many storms does it take to kill a Wraith? One? Does
I
it
think
not?
two,
Two,
but
I think two.
Yeah.
With the upgrades that he has, probably.
And one storm with like one hit from a goon, I think.
yeah, storms to 110, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, the wraiths
That'd be
can't be
big effort.
everywhere. You could send an arbiter down here, another one up here.
Yeah, the Terran does need to aggressively scan and also have floating buildings to look for vehicles, because if vehicles get in, then they're going to do a lot of damage.
See Protoss is long mining from the bottom right. Also throwing down trying to get another base in the top left. Bradley is sitting pretty strong right now. We seen any nuke text? We see battle cruisers coming from Radley.
See none of that.
A battle cruiser.
Yeah, but I
Oh,
think
wait.
at this point he should try to attack something.
I guess with those air
Right.
upgrades, it's not a bad transition, eh, to go into battle cruisers, or is that a
It
bad
is.
idea?
Battlecruisers are terrible. There's nothing
I-
Protoss
sorry,
has
I
that isn't
saw-
going to get
I saw the-
battlecruisers.
Hmm.
Saw something else in the production tab. I thought it was a BC.
It's Dragoons, High Templar, Carriers, Arca, Arbiters. All of those are good against battlecruisers.
These Cloak Wraiths getting some good damage here.
They are,
Pretty
yeah.
flexible units.
He really does need that second. In fact, he's not producing any observers right now. It's weird. He does need to be like just spamming a shit ton of observers. And he's not doing it.
To be able to save this Nexus. We barely. It's are pretty fragile when it comes to Dragoons.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only. Yeah, okay.
So he picks up the Arbiter.
It wouldn't have done any good
If,
just
Radley
recalling
gets
it
this place
here.
at the bottom right, Radley wins.
I mean, why would you even recall there? You're just.
Because
die.
Terran's army is at the top left.
I think he would have gotten ran over by this. Whatever you can recall there is just a death trap.
Wraith's still just poking at this base here.
He really doesn't know what to do against this. I would be very confused as well.
Yeah, it's surprisingly strong.
It's WTF, like what's going on here?
Just take a lot of bases and the most important thing is to deny bases. You've got to stop them from taking their expansions because they will starve out eventually.
You gotta
It's a very
spot it
counter-
early on in order to counter it effectively and expand everywhere and all that good stuff. I feel.
Last time somebody did this to me, I just left.
Because
I-
you know
I
it's
could've
gonna be a
won.
30-minute game.
Yeah, that's the thing. They never attacked. I could have won, but I had.
There's a Protoss strategy
desire
that's
to be
similar
active.
to this with cannons and reavers and
Yeah,
there's
I've run into
someone
that.
who hosts games like that all the time on US West, and I just don't understand it. It's because it becomes a 30-40 minute game. All right, so Jojo is doing some good here.
Radley has a lot of money there because he's not losing any units. With the thing. He hasn't lost any tanks in the long term, and he's not planning to. He's just going to
Supply is kind of
Trade
evenly
units never.
matched, but Jojo is sitting nice with a lot of minerals. This is a
not
bad
his happy
attack.
one. And it looks like he's getting some units in there, but the thing is, there's not going to be any successful follow-up to this.
I mean, Jojo should know that there's a significant difference in resources.
Well, also, they're in the same team. They're both on Ash, and you wouldn't expect a teammate to do this to you. To just build a wall of depots and sit behind it like that. And this is kind of a scummy strategy to use.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's fine. It's just like as macro as you can play.
Take bases and then just sit on them with tanks and mines and pick up arbiters with wraiths. I think it's kind of scummy.
Yep.
So Radley's not giving us the best execution of it. It's the fact that he's got 140 supply and 5k minerals, 4k gas. Like, this is not a perfect example of how to do this well. So you can make it scummier than this. Jojo really needs that bottom right. And he needs the cannons actually on the mineral line. It's no good having cannons at the front because the attack isn't coming from the front. It's coming from the Wraiths. 70 supply advantage now. Jojo should be good. So Vadi should get the up.
Yeah, I'm not
unless
sure what
somebody
we're
said-
watching.
Unless somebody said to me, hey, I want to practice this Wraith build, are you down for that? If they did this to me, I wouldn't practice it again. So scummy.
It would feel good beating this, though. As long as you can understand what's being done.
I don't know that well, I mean, it's
Early on, when
It's-
Radley was trying to secure his third, I think Jojo could have stopped it. But Radley positioned himself pretty nicely. That's really the moment that you gotta prevent the third.
and it's a frustrating build to play against. Even if you beat it, it's still frustrating.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. I mean, it's been 30 minutes.
It's got to be so frustrating from JoJo's, point of view. But he did off race. Well, I guess if he played one in the series, probably did well for playing off race.
Jojo doesn't strike me as someone who, like, tilts. My impression of him, anyways, he seems like a super nice, easygoing fella. But I can see his face, like, turned red right now. I trusted you, man.
Also, Radley's just not killing him. Is the other thing. That Radley could just walk out to any town with 100 supply and kill him. But Radley's saying, no, I'm going to kill you with the Wraith. I may have maxed out tanks, but I'm going to kill you with Wraith.
All right, JoJo's just trying to get some damage done with these couple Dragoons up here. Supplies down to 62 versus 170. 32 probes versus 60 SCVs. Radley going in for the kill here.
Yeah. Also only has like one patch left, I think, to mine from. So
This best of 3? Best of 5?
I believe it's a best of 5.
Hey, GG is called. JoJo taps out. Radley takes game number 2, taking the series. Go.
Really frustrating game. I kind of have a headache watching that one. Yeah. Anybody else? Maybe it's all the stuff that Quark said. It got to my head. But...
It's very slow, unpainful.
He had his Shadow with the Reaver picked off by Wraiths. He had the Arbiters picked off by Wraiths. So it was...
yeah. But what would be like a good response to the Wraith? I don't know. Of course, that's good against Wraiths. Probably not.
They are, but also just taking bases and putting cannons at them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Clearly. I think that's good against mech in general, though. Right?
Oh,
Well, against
right.
Sleep cannons aren't so good, but against Wraiths they're very good.
Yeah.
Put into game number 3 on Optimizer.
Optimizer.
The bottom left. Ready for Ash as the Red Terran. It is JoJo.
I love this pile of snow over here. In the
right.
bottom right. Let's talk at the same time.
As the Blue Terran.
As the blue Terran.
Fighting for Ash.
In the bottom right, it is.
There goes King Radley himself.
Rally. That was not very in sync.
Yeah.
So I asked Minerals, who's a map maker, why we don't see more snow maps or maps with snow tiles, and apparently they hurt the eyes of players, and there's limited use of the snow tile set.
I think they are fine. I would also like to see more Badlands, but I know I like the yellow.
So Badlands, was that the tile set in Eclipse?
Desert.
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah, so that's Badlands. This tile set, what is this called?
Chandra?
This is snow.
It's just snow, okay.
Yes. Ice.
Snow World, I think. Or maybe this Jungle World. I used to know the names, the official names.
It's called
Alright.
ice.
Ice, thank you.
And you don't see a all off coming, Joe. I'm probably going to go for that single Marine Scout. JoJo knows that the matchup is TBT, as JoJo was random in this series. Riley doesn't know what he's playing against.
So we got
Hey,
two
Jojo.
geysers on this map.
One of them's not a full geyser.
One of them has 1,000, the other one has 4,000.
Yeah,
So it basically comes out to the same amount of gas that's normally in one geyser, but I guess you can mine them more quickly and accumulate them. Is that right?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then also when they're depleted, you can, two geysers depleted will be a 4 rather than 2 at a time.
Great point.
Little extra gas late game. Both players scouting in the direction.
I think it's really nice so that Jojo got Terran this game. So we get to see all these races. I think it was Zerg in the first round, right?
Yeah, Zerg, Protoss, and now Terran, showcasing his ability to play either random or picked.
If I can't beat you with my main, maybe I can beat you with my off race.
Do you know what JoJo's main is?
It is Zerg.
Well, he played Protoss very well last game, so it's impressive. Let's see his Terran. And as a map maker, imagine you need to know how each race is played, their needs, and you have to know about the meta.
I mean, if you're new to map making, you could probably look at like the things like Polypoid, right? Like the standard maps, but then try to base it off that from the start.
There's definitely some inspiration, I guess, around. But it's so complicated, just the
Yeah.
width of an entrance. I guess you could measure it in other maps and make sure you copy it.
Same general rules.
It's not something that I can start doing. I think I have to be more knowledgeable of the game. Which is sad because I've watched so many games and I've learned so little. And I claim to be an academic. Alright, so we have a upgrade. +1. Bradley. No armory. For JoJo.
And the starport though? So
Yeah, in plain view, I wonder why you would reveal your...
I mean, Jojo has to be traumatized after the last game, so maybe wants this game with Wraith.
I like to see JoJo use the flying barracks for a scout, but maybe that's risky or not necessary.
I've acting as an overlord right now to see when things are moving across the field.
Is that more useful than actually seeing things in the base?
I mean, this early in the game, he would have had a Goliath by the time he just about got in there.
So he sees Goliaths, he sees the starport.
Those nukes.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you're playing a person like Radley, you just don't for sure know what the hell he's gonna do, maybe?
Did Bradley know he was Terran before he threw a starport there?
It's a good question.
Yeah,
And we do have science facility going down.
I mean, he did know the SUVs met at the top.
Okay, that's right. Fourth factory beginning for JoJo. A +1 about to finish for Radley. JoJo's +1 just beginning. Science vessel beginning for Radley. Curious,
Why?
are actually going to see a nuke play, or if this is just for a quick D matrix to maybe win an early battle. No further tech from the science facility, so it's definitely got to be for an early D matrix, which that could really help in a quick
think
attack.
so?
If the front Goliath is D matrix when it runs in, hell yeah! If it tanks even 5 shots, then that could be big.
I mean, he's
I think that's what we might see. Oh, it's also for mines too. Mines with the Goliaths.
That's engagement.
that
It's
makes
too much.
sense. Yeah,
And a Marine.
and for killing a flying barracks.
Useful all-around unit. You know that in the first rendition of StarCraft, science vessels actually had the legs of Goliaths on them, and they were walking units. I can send you a picture. And we're going to see an engage here soon. Got
I mean-
9 Goliaths versus 5 Goliaths.
If I had more factories, I'd be attacking right now. Tanks might make a
You're-
difference.
Your game speed on fastness slow for me.
Uh, seems like it.
Yep.
Spoiler result. Brought to you by Minerals.
Wah, wah, wah. And Radley is looking to take his 3rd base. Joe as well. Radley with the quick starport. JoJo has to know that it's potentially going to have drops very soon. A ghost is beginning. You see lockdowns. Yeah, lockdowns upgrading.
Is
Oh
this
no,
Discord?
nukes.
2 nukes? Or is that
Oh,
that
he's
one
still
nuke?
here.
There's 2 nukes. We're gonna see a double finale.
Well, he hasn't made them yet.
If I can guess, we're gonna see a nuke on the low ground at the natural behind Reds, and then maybe on the 3rd base.
I'm not sure why it says
Could be
nukes in the plural. This can only make one at a time.
That's because we clearly need to use map settings and have multiple nukes.
Well, we got one making.
What do you think is a good number to stun? 3?
Nice D matrix there.
Yeah, I'm not sure why JoJo's backing away. I mean, you see, what, 5, 6 Goliaths? You have about 15? I'm exaggerating, but
Upgrade.
JoJo still has a lot, though.
What's our upgrades at?
Oh, you're asking. 1 for JoJo,
Equal.
Right.
1 for Radley.
+2 is gonna finish here for blue soon. Abuela. And we see 2 nukes. And made. I think this is my first time really noticing a nuke on the progress or the bar. Nuclear missile.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Half of them don't even make sense to me. What is this?
And do we have a drop going into JoJo's base right now? In the bottom? What those blue units? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the cost.
Oh, is he gonna just? What's the plan here, Radley? Oh, is he gonna try to nuke all of the Goliaths? What are we gonna see here? See the science vessel moving around. Goliaths are following the science vessel. I don't know if he knows that these nukes are here. Is he gonna drop it in the natural? Ooh, nuclear launch detected.
Are they both aimed at the same place? It looks like it. Is there another red dot anybody sees?
And I don't know if JoJo has seen this. He hasn't pulled his SCVs. Oh, pulling them at the last second. Oh, it is SCVs. Still, most of them go down.
Yeah. But
Or
he lost the city
Depot.
there, so.
That was dedicated to his Discord.
SCVs.
I was glad to see there was not a GG called and him just backing out immediately.
Yeah, me too.
Now, we also see two more nukes being created.
More ghosts also moving across the map. Right engaged, and JoJo is backing up, looking for the right engagement. Bradley has a significant amount more of tanks in the field. We haven't seen any crazy siege positioning yet. JoJo
Well-
is just driving Bradley's natural.
I'm surprised JoJo hasn't started looking for the ghost to drop the nuke, because they'll be ready to drop another one pretty soon.
He did see the ghosts with the army moving through the middle of the map. And JoJo trying to dive on these tanks. I don't know if these Goliaths are not going to be enough. Losing all of his Goliaths, JoJo's food count is half of what Radley's is. 2 nukes finish for Radley.
And a nuke on the
They're
field.
nuking.
Where is it going?
Detected.
Oh, that's a shame. Barely get
And
to
he
see
didn't
any
stay in game to
nukes,
watch it.
and we won't get to see.
And GG is called. JoJo taps out. Radley takes the series 3-0, dropping a couple bombs.
Wah, wah, wah,
It was a fun series. A fun series to watch. I
We
think
need
JoJo
more
went
sound
either
effects,
random or-
Minerals. More sound effects. And different sound effects too.
When are you going to get that soundboard?
Soundboard? No, you're not getting me with that, man. You guys forced me to buy a whole new computer and learn how to stream and stuff, and it's been awful. It just gives me anxiety. And Jerry, who used to stream with us, messages me frequently, and he's like, "Oh, so now you know what I suffered." The only difference is I have more fun doing this than Jerry, poor guy.
All right, so that was